Heyo, EC here, and today we have a box from eBay because we have been doing some eBay shopping for some retro game consoles and games. So we're going to open this up in this video. I know it's a bit different to what I usually make, but I have done videos like this before, so if you guys are interested in this and want to see more videos like this, make sure you tell me in the comments down below and you subscribe. So let's get into it. So we're going to obviously cut off the tag here. Also, I will say you will hear my insulin pump in the back of this video because it is making a really annoying noise, so just be warned about that. If you hear beep noise, I am fine. So here we have a box, a lovely box that has been wrapped up very nicely. They put like string on this as well, which is kind of cool. So obviously in here it's wrapped in. Okay, for those wondering, anyway, I know this video is going out in February. At the time of making this video, it is January, and they've put it in a Christmas box. So we're just gonna snip that. We're just going to open that up, and in here we have the goods. So obviously we're going to open up, so we're going to start by pulling out obviously the games and stuff that we got in here. So we've got My Word Coach, develop your vocabulary, which obviously I need to learn my English a lot better. Someone paid £15 for this back in the day. Like, you remember when the DS used to have like all these games that weren't even games, they were just like applications, and nowadays we have smartphones and we basically get the same things on there for free, but it's kind of cool to see. And then also keep going, so we also have The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. I already have a copy of this game, but obviously it's nice to have another one. It's always good to have a backup copy. Let's just open it up. Yeah, it's got the manual, it's got the game. Cool. I need to check this one as well. Yeah, this was manual and game. Cool. For those who don't know, this bundle that I bought in this video cost me like 70 quid, so I'm hoping everything's good quality here. So then we also have more brain training. So this is obviously known as Brain Age 2 in America. Yeah. Oh, got this little code thing. So that's for. But yeah, got obviously the game and the manual. This is my second copy of this game, and if there's another copy of Brain Age in this, if there's another copy of Brain Training or Brain Age, whatever it's known as, I think that would be my fourth version of the first game in this video. Then we have Scrabble for DS, 2007 edition. I'm kind of curious what they would have changed to make the 2007 version different than the version I have on the PS1. Besides having a touchscreen, obviously that makes sense. Having a touchscreen makes sense. And this is the sort of stuff, like I said, that nowadays you can get on iPhone for like free. So it's not surprising that the DS used to be like, the DS came out like 3 years before the first iPhone, and because of the DS kind of got given so much, we call it shovelware, but they had so many applications and stuff. Like they had like there's a whole like game where it's like 100 public domain books, for example. Like the DS is kind of a weird system because of all the great stuff it had, and because also it had some like really unique stuff at the time that nowadays we just take for granted as we can just download it on our phones and stuff. But the DS is probably my favorite system because of that. Then we have look, another copy of Brain Training. I know, brilliant. Brain Training. How old is your brain? Obviously you got the instruction booklet, the DS the DS instruction booklet. That's kind of cool. I needed this, to be fair. We also got obviously the manual and the game for this. Obviously, this game's like £1. It's not really worth anything. But I have 4 copies of this game now because I don't even know, to be honest. I think every time I buy a DS bundle, like the game's just there. Like Brain Training is just included in the bundle because it is such a common game. Everyone had it. Same with same with Big Brain Academy. Such a common game. And then we have 42 all-time classics. This is another game I already have in my collection. So we've got the manual there. The game, sometimes it's got 43 written there. I don't know why it's got 43 written there. Maybe there's an extra bonus game or something. But I already had this game in my collection. Then we have, we have the DS case. So this is obviously a nice little yellow HMV as well. It's HMV bag. That's kind of cool. Let's see if there's anything in this bit. There's a cloth. Oh, nice. We have a Specsavers cloth to wipe it with. So that's kind of cool. You know, because this thing these things do get quite dirty. Then here we have the light blue DS Lite. It has a stylus and everything, which is great because obviously the stylus was a fun feature of all these systems back in the day. So you can pop the front out to obviously put Game Boy Advance cartridges in there. Looks all good. Let's see if it turns on. Yep, it works. Brilliant. This is what we wanted. the nice light blue DS Lite. Obviously, that's what, you know, this is my third DS. So I have 2 DS Lites and a DSi. I don't even know why I'm collecting DSs at this point, to be honest. But I have these. Obviously, I have DS Lite, 2 DS Lites, DSi, and I also have a 2DS, which I need to get back from someone. So, yeah, that's cool. That's nice. It feels all right. It doesn't feel like it's broken anywhere. The stylus seems in good nick. The Game Boy Advance cartridge slot seems fine. I'm curious if I put a game in it, will it work? So, obviously, I'm going to make sure it reads the game. So, we'll take a 42 all-time classics, because obviously it is 42 all-time classics from, you know, the DS, and it's all like Dominoes and stuff. Which the only Dominoes I like is the pizza, because I'm diabetic, so I can make that joke. So, yep, it's reading all 42 all-time classics. So, yeah, the card slot does work, which is good as well. You know, we've got to test these things. Whether or not it holds a battery charge, I have no idea. I know someone I know has had an issue with buying a DS Lite and a DSi, and the battery charge didn't hold, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Got a DS Lite there. Now we've got some more stuff, obviously. What's this? Obviously, we have, obviously, the charger. This is like an OG charger. Like, this is nostalgic for me, because, like, when I was a kid, like, I had the black DS Lite, which DSi that I still have, and I made videos on. But my, like, brothers had, like, red and blue DS Lites. So obviously my brothers had arguably the inferior consoles at the time technologically. But also, they play Game Boy Advance games, and I don't think I ever saw them either play a Game Boy Advance game on their system. So we also have 2 more games. We're going to pull this one out. So we have 100 classic book collection. This is what I was talking about. I already have this game in my collection. But it's 100 classic public domain books, you know, stuff like Shakespeare, Jane Austen, I believe. And this is on my HarperCollins, which is kind of mad, because, like, you know, you never see this sort of stuff nowadays on, like, DS or Switch 2 or, like, anything like that. You don't see, like, 100 classic books being, like, uploaded as a game on the Switch 2 or the Steam Deck or the Xbox or the PlayStation. Like, they just don't do it anymore. But this is kind of, like, cool and nostalgic. Now, I have got a note that, like, so far, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, there's like one game so far that I don't already have in my collection. That's Scrabble 2007 edition. So this one, to me, I kind of knew what I was getting into, because obviously I spoke to the eBay seller and stuff. But obviously we're going to keep going. And then this last game is like, this was one of the reasons I bought the bundle, because obviously this game in itself is like £15. So I figured if I get the game plus the DS Lite, I can, like, basically, to me, the value of it is already made up there, and the extra games are just extra games. So the last game we've got here is Advance Wars Dark Conflict. This is obviously, you know, it's Advance Wars. Who doesn't love Advance Wars? Like, Advance Wars, obviously, this was, I believe, the second or third, no, not second, it's like third or fourth game in the series, and this was like one of the DS entries. And, you know, it's War Reborn. I've always wanted to get this game, but obviously I never wanted to pay this, like, the steep £15 for it. So I figured I'd just look around for some bundles and stuff. I got stuff for this bundle with some games and stuff in it for. So we've got the game here. It's got complete in box as well, which is nice. I hate it when you buy a DS game and, like, it's not complete in box, but they charge you, like, complete in box prices. Like, for example, my local CEX once sold me a copy of Pokemon Diamond. That Pokemon Diamond was missing the manual, and I know, like, some people don't really care about that, but, like, some people do care about that, just because, yeah, it's just like, it's missing the manual. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. That is the entire bundle. So we got, obviously, a stack of games. The games, obviously, being, most of these are quite common games, and nothing really major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 games in total here, which I think is all right. You've obviously got Advanced Wars and I think Legend of Zelda here, which do make up the majority of the value for these games. Obviously, they've got a blue DS Lite in its, like, nice little HMV carrying case, which is nice to keep it safe, which also came with a, you know, cloth to wipe it with. Plus, you also got the charger, which is obviously clearly, you know, it's been packaged quite nicely. So, let me know what you guys think. Do you think this was a good deal? Do you think this was a bad deal? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you think this was a good bundle? Do you reckon the £70 I paid for it, plus including the shipping, do you reckon that was actually worth it? Let me know in the comments. And if you're new, make sure you drop a subscribe, like, and follow. I've been EC, and I'm signing out. Peace.